Sluss Realty, there's no perfect company, even if it's my own. But you could do what you wanted at Sluss Realty. They weren't over my shoulder saying, well, you got to get a listing this week, or you only got 2 sales this week. They let me work on my own, and I enjoyed that. I also talked to Bix and Jerry about many personal things like politics, the Browns, Ohio State, the Indians, different things. So they were involved in my life. They were part, and I'll call them family. And I've always thought of that as being a family. Plus, all the people, all the agents that work there. I was president of the Mansfield board when I was at Sluss Realty. And I would ask them questions, or what do you want the board to do? Or do you think this is good? And they all came and talked to me. I know Jerry and I and Betty Conley made many trips for the national and the state conventions. We went to a Ohio State convention, and it was down in Cincinnati, and the Browns were playing. And Jerry and I wanted to watch the game, but we decided we was going to go down in the basement and watch it at that bar. Well, we got down there, and there wasn't a bartender. Well, we just Jerry made a phone call, and we had our own private bartender for the whole entire game, just Jerry and I. When I'd ask something for a donation or something, and I wanted money, I went to Jerry. If I had a special problem with a customer, client, or an agent, I'd go to Bix. I worked a small time with Grant, but I seemed to be able to talk to him about anything. At that time, I wasn't doing any charitable work or work for the board, so I didn't need any money. But he was always there, and he was more into the teaching. He had the new technology of the computers, which is a wonderful thing. And he was really into that, where Jerry and Bix were kind of on the outskirts of that. The thing I knew about the clients is, if I had a problem with the client, I could either talk to Jerry or to Bix. Either one of them handled it. No, I wasn't always right. Maybe I had done a little thing that was wrong, and they would call that to my attention. Or maybe they said, this is how you handle a client, Marilyn. Maybe I'm very spoken. I just speak what I believe, and maybe I need to tone that down a little bit. I felt that the technology, the computers, was the best thing that hit real estate. We could do so many more things. Truthfully, most of us worked at home, or we were in our cars. I mean, I had things where somebody would call and they were working with a contract, and the agent went on vacation, they need a copy of it. I had that in my Evernote, and I just pull it up and email it to them, and within 5 minutes, they had the report they needed. So I felt that technology was one of the main things that changed while I was in real estate. I feel that the support we have at Sluss Realty, the support from the agents and the brokers that run the agency, they give us our support, and I think that sets us above the rest. We're as a team. We're like the Browns. We work as a team. We have the quarterbacks, we have the coaches, and then we have the people that run the balls. I think I naturally enjoyed the Christmas parties. I do love Christmas. That's my favorite time of year. I always felt that Sluss Realty went overboard. Not necessarily overboard, pardon me. That they had things there that I could enjoy. They never said, well, now, Marilyn, you can only have one drink because that's in our budget. They're sure they had a budget. But you know what? They never brought it back to the agents. They never said, well, now we can only have this or that. And they did that many times. You know, they had the parties there, they had the awards banquet there, and it was always a joyous time. Sure, many years ago they had the parties at Sluss Realty, but as we grew, more people, better business, we got to go to the country club. And that was a wonderful experience. Well, the main thing I think about having Grant there is the technology. He does have some experience in handling clients, other brokers, other agents, and other brokerages, which Bix is very good at. He's an excellent negotiator. And these are things that Grant will learn. But again, bringing in the technology. And yes, he does teaching to new agents. And you know, there was never a time that I went and asked a question, no matter what it was, that they didn't have time for me or a telephone call. You know, even now, and I've been retired for going on 3 years, I'll call Bix and Grant, or maybe they'll give me a buzz, and they always make me feel so welcome because they are part of my family. But this is from my heart. I'm not just saying this because it's going to look good on there. This is the things I really believe. Betty Conley is one of my favorite friends. We worked back and forth together. You know, if I would go on vacation or a meeting or something and she wasn't going, she handled everything. I never had to correct her. What she said, I went by. I didn't say, well, you should have done this or you should have done that. Betty and I had wonderful times at conventions, and we knew a lot of people. I remember one time we went to the convention, and after the meetings we were sitting in the bar having a good drink, and this gentleman came up, and Betty had on a beautiful blue sweater. And he said, boy, you sure look good in blue. So I told Betty, wear that all the time because you do look great in it. We went to a convention in Chicago, and Joyce Wilson roomed with us, and we were all dressed up in the flapper. And we asked Joyce, which is a little short person, to take our picture. When the picture was developed, all you could see was from waist down. She didn't get the head because of the shortness. So we laugh about this to this day. Joyce taking our picture and cutting off the heads. I've been having some pain in my left hip, and I had gone to the doctor at Cleveland Clinic a couple times. I had to go back for the third consultation, and he said, well, an operation will probably help, but it could not, I don't know. And I was in pain. So I got in my car, and I thought, you know, I can't show houses right, and that's not the way Sluss Realty works. So I got in my car and went back to the office and told Bix that I had to retire because of health reasons. That was one of the hardest things I ever did. I didn't quit my job because I was mad. I quit my job because of health, and if it wouldn't have been for that, I would still be at Sluss Realty. First of all, I want to say happy anniversary. I was glad I was a part of your organization. I'd seen it grow from when I was there to now, and I know in the future it's going to grow and grow and grow. You've got good leadership. You've got good people behind you. Congratulations again, and I miss every single one of you.